I look like I've been swallowed by my hair. There is a person under here, I swear. Hello, friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am blessing your screen looking like the natural goddess that I am. Because today I'm going to show you how I edit my photographs. Yes. I edit my photographs. Like 99% of everyone on Instagram look at. I did a little questionnaire kind of thing, if you will, on my Instagram, asking people what do they think of whenever they think of Instagram. A lot of them was like, you know, creative looks or like, you know, photography. And then there was the other side, which was like fake bitches, photoshopping their body, photoshopping their face so that it looks like Play-Doh. And while I understand both sides, I really do. The reason why I like to edit my photographs is because I like my Instagram to look a certain way. I don't use it to alter the shape of my body or anything like that that people get very angry about. I'm very much coming at it from like a creative side for like my makeup photographs. I want my makeup to show up a certain way. So hopefully the tips that I give you will be able to help you if you want to step up your Instagram game or whatever. Now what I will say is, alright, the stuff that I'm going to show you is because obviously I want to help you, but the best piece of advice I can give is to not copy everything that I do step by step. I'm showing you the apps that I like to use. 100% put your own spin on it. No one's gonna want to follow you if you're just copying someone else because they could just follow the person that you're copying in the first place. Do you know what I mean? I want to show you this to help you guys, and because a lot of you obviously to be asking me, put your own spin on it. Be cool. Alright, no one likes sloppy seconds. Okay. My bun is slightly askew, as always. Okay, so first off, the big thing that I get asked is what do I take my Instagram photos and photos of my makeup on? And the answer is my iPhone. My iPhone, I think this is the 10. It doesn't say on it, but whoop. So you don't need to be going buying fancy ass cameras, you can use your iPhone. I always use the back camera. Now what I will say is though, and why editing is such a big thing for me, is sometimes your photographs can just look so shit. I could literally be taking like 10 photographs in a row here and it'll all look completely different because the iPhone camera has a mind of its fucking own and I can't cope with it. Your photos can sometimes turn out a little bit too grey. I prefer using my iPhone. I just think a professional camera can show up too much, and do you know what? I think people prefer iPhone photographs. Like when you're scrolling on Instagram, you'll quicker like an iPhone photograph as opposed to a professional. A slutty iPhone photograph. I don't actually mean slutty, like what I mean is iPhones are slutty in comparison to a massive ass fancy camera. I prefer a slutty ass iPhone pic. The reason why I think is because if people see it on a professional camera, they automatically think it's more edited. Little do they know! No, I'm only joking. Alright, I am putting my screen record on now. Ooh. And I'm putting my airplane mode on now because I don't want to be getting any naughty messages. First things first, I'm going into my photographs. Now I always take like 1,000,001 photographs. What I do is I favorite my favorite ones and then I edit them. It just makes it a lot easier to see which one do you like. Because I have chose this photograph here. I thought it'd be a great one to show a lot of the little tips and tricks that I can do to really change a photograph, I guess. This is what the photograph looks like now, and this is what we're going to turn it into. Ta-da! Now, so like I said, the big thing with me and my photos is the lighting. Lighting is key. Now, some of you might not have loads of money to go spend on big ass lights or whatever, and even if you do have big ass lights, sometimes they don't show up properly, so this is when editing really comes in handy. First app I go into, Facetune. Dun dun dun! Yes, Facetune. No, I do not alter my full face on this, so you can all calm down. As you can see, there's a lot that we need to do here. I actually think this is alright, maybe I borrowed the hairline, but I want to make this super vibrant. I want to show you how you can make your makeup really stand out. Okay, so the first thing I always do whenever I open up a picture like this is I work in the background first. I have my background super white, super bright. I like it to look cohesive. I don't even know what that word means, but I'm using it there. Okay, so first thing I do is I go to filters. This is something that I found recently enough, I'd say in like the last few months, and this is what's really upped my background game, if you will. So first thing we go into is lighting. As you can see, it automatically comes up 50% lighter. So that lightens the whole photograph. We don't want that. So I'm going to click clear, and then I'm going to click apply, and we're literally just going to apply this all to the white areas here. So what this is doing is it's making your background whiter without having to whiten the whole image and kind of wash out any color, etc, etc. Just making sure I haven't whitened my hair or anything like that. I will show you, by the way, how to do an outfit photograph too, so if any of you are interested in that, keep on watching. But you see the difference that has made already? Great, isn't it? Wow, I'm such a fake bitch. So that's the first filter. Then I go back into filters, and what I do is I go to black and white silver. So what this is going to do is going to edit out any kind of really bluey tones or green tones in the background. I only put it to around 50. Again, we go to clear and apply. You have to be very careful with this one, lads. Don't get it in your hair because it'll make your hair grey. And this is where you can kind of be clocked a little bit. I'm actually just going over the wooden frame. I don't really care, whatever, just watch your hair. So this really just does make it as super white as it can be. So I just pressed this little blue button here. This is how you could see what way it looks before and after. Now with this picture in particular, after I'd done all the makeup, I was like, shit, it would have looked really good if my body was actually white, just to really make it look like I was coming out of the photograph, you know. So I'm gonna go back into filters, back into black and white silver, put it to about 78, wipe, and then apply. I'm just applying this all over my body. Normally now I would paint my body white, but like I said, it was an idea I had afterwards, and I was not about to put this all over my face again, alright? That's all calmed down. Okay, now that's the background. I'm happy enough with whatever. Now, with my skin, I don't actually smoothen it. Sometimes I just think it makes your skin look like Play-Doh. If I do get any spots, I just turn them into freckles. What I do later on is I apply a grain, which I'll show you later on in my other apps. But for my skin, I don't really do that much, to be honest. If there's something that I don't like, I might smoothen it, or like sometimes I get dry patches, so if I want to smoothen that, then I will. Next, we're going to tackle my hairline. So I wear wigs and I put them on shittly because I'm only after spending 4 to 6 hours doing a mad crazy look. I just need to stick my wig on for the photograph. I am not arsed. Alright, that's probably the comment I get most is, her wig line. Yeah, I don't care. Okay, so I'm going to go into tones. I'm going to click picker. I'm going to pick the closest color to my hairline, and then we're just going to run this over the edge of the wig. What this does is it kind of just makes it look a little bit more au natural and kind of like your skin is peeking through the front-ish, I don't know. Then we're going to go to smooth, and I'm just very lightly going to smooth the edges. If I am ever smoothing anything, I literally only use smooth. I don't go to smoother because that literally looks like you're just taking a rubber to your face. You can see already how much better that hairline looks. We're natural. Hello. Now we're going to move on to the face. So straight away with this, my eyes look so dark and I hate that. So I'm going to go back into filters, we're going to go to lighting, lighter, and we're just going to lighten the eye area here. That's because I wear such big eyelashes. It's just upsetting, that's what it is. And still I feel like my eyes look so dark they nearly look black. So what I'm going to do is go back into tones, click picker, I'm going to go to lighter blue and just apply a little bit there. Just to make them look a little bit lighter because I just feel like they're getting completely lost in this photograph. Now one of my favorite tools in this app is called details. I think this is super important for makeup. Glitters and a lot of makeup details completely get washed out when taking photographs. That's literally the way it is, unfortunately. I can't change that. What can help is details. So you have to be very careful with this again. Everything that I'm using very sparingly. The smooth tool, tones tool, details, anything just very sparingly, because I feel like that's what can make it look super over edited. What this does is it kind of just brings out any little details. So any of these little paint splatters here that I kind of want to make stand out a little bit more, especially lighter colors that kind of blend in with your skin, my eyelashes, inner corner, all these little flecks here. I always do my eyebrows. I don't know, makes them look more hairier, kind of makes the hair stand out. People always ask me about this little, see this little pinhole that I have? I never edit it out. I don't care about it. I think it was a spot before and it literally is just a hole in my face now. I don't know what else to tell you. I just leave him there, he's fine. I don't really care. Oh, actually the one thing that I might smooth is, see, I went a little bit crazy on my lips this day. I kind of overlined them a little bit too much. Sometimes I'll smooth it out, just that lip line there, because that just annoys me, like when you could see it. So yeah, I'm actually happy enough with that image, but I kind of just want to show off a few more things, so I'm just going to look through these little tools here. There's whiten, which obviously whitens things. I used to use this to wipe my background, but it was quite patchy and I find the filters work a lot better. But what you can do with this is tap it on any highlighted areas that maybe you want to kind of show up more. That looks a bit aggressive. I always go in with whiten and then dab over it again because I just feel like it always goes on far too harshly the first time. Just kind of makes any white areas really stand out. Or if you find that some of your whites come out quite grey or quite blue, this kind of helps that. Oh, how I change my eye colour. We'll do that for you now just to show off a little bit. There is a thing called red eye in this and you can actually change your eye color. So you have to color your pupil and they have like certain colors there for you. So that actually lightens up your eye for you. I don't know if you can see that very much. That's how I do it for like natural colors, but if I'm wanting to change my eye color into something crazy, I go to tones. Let's say I want to change my eyes to pink. I get the pink and I just dot over. Again, that looks a little bit crazy, so I'll do erase. I'll do this again. Keeping most of the color to like the bottom half of the pupil. So erase. And then I'll get the details tool and just run over that because I don't want any of the black getting lost. That's how I change my eye color. You see? Bam. You have to be very careful though because sometimes that's what can make it look really edited. Like that has made that photograph look so edited. So I'm just gonna go back. I'm okay with my boring ass grey eyes for this photo. Now, are we done? Can't be. Cannot be. No, we're done. That's literally all I'm doing for Facetune. I'm happy enough with that. As you can see, the major differences are the hairline, the lighting, like nothing major. Again, people think Facetune is literally changing your whole thing. It's not. It's literally making minor improvements that you might not even notice, but really does add to the whole effect of the photograph. So that's that. I'm going to save the camera roll. Boom, boom, boom. So these are kind of the apps that I go in and out of sometimes. So next thing I do is I put it into Filterloop gallery. It was JMA who showed me this, JBG. I really like this just for the filters. I don't actually use an awful lot. Even though I want my photos to show off my makeup, I still want them to have kind of like, I don't know, a vibe about them or whatever. So you could download all these really cool filters or whatever. Like obviously that's far too aggressive for a makeup photograph, so I normally bring it down to about, maybe about there or so. I always add some dust over top because I just think it makes the photograph again look less professional and edited. I like them to have more of an olden feel. To save that, the next app I go into is Snapseed. Remember earlier on whenever I said that I don't like to smooth my skin, I just put a grain over it. This is what I mean. So we go into Snapseed, we go to tools and I go to grainy film. You swipe up and get rid of the style, swipe back down and I put the grain till about 17ish. What that does is it puts like an old film kind of grain across the photograph without actually smoothing your skin or getting rid of anything. It just gives the overall photograph a more olden feel. What is this? Wow. Oh, he is not wanting to lose toe. Yeah, it just kind of gives the photograph a really cool feel. The final step that I do then with my photographs is I put them onto Instagram. So we're opening this up in Instagram. The first thing I go into is edit. I always make them brighter. I always put the contrast up. I actually make them a little bit cooler. I prefer that. Saturation definitely is a huge thing when doing makeup. Like you can see already how much difference saturation can make to your photograph. It makes all the colors kind of pop a little bit more and makes them stand more true to color. So after I do saturation, what I go into next is sharpen. This is a huge thing for me. I absolutely love it. So because we put grain on the photograph, sometimes that can blur the photograph too much. So I like to blur it with grain and then go back in and sharpen the shit out of it. So that really kind of makes the details stand out. I just really like that tool. Yeah. So when you zoom in, as you can see, you still see my pores, my little lines. You know, there's nothing like, I don't think looking at that looks super edited or that, you know, it's not me. I think that's what's super important when showing off this stuff, is that I'm not actually changing myself. I'm just making sure all my photographs are to an Instagram standard or a standard that I'm happy with. I know people can bitch and moan about editing photographs as much as they want, and that's absolutely fine. You don't have to, but I'm more so all about making my photographs really stand out and making the makeup that I spent ages on stand out, make sure the coloring's correct, the lighting's correct, and that's what's gonna really make your page and your makeup stand out so much more against everyone else's, I believe. So you can either be a hater and talk shit about it, or you can get on this party bus, just have a good time, alright? Now next, I'm going to show you how I edit like a body picture of mine, you can really make a photograph look so much better. So I'm going to take, so this is a photo of me from the VIPs the other night. Now when you look at this, this literally was the worst location to take photographs. Everyone was all outside with the wind blowing, or like in great, you know, all white places, and I was here literally. There's food behind me, like, oh no, that's not food, that's jewellery. Oh, never mind. Must be food on the brain. As always, I'm going to show you how I took this to Instagram and how I Instagrammed it. So first thing I did was I actually whitened the whole background. If anyone's seen me at the award ceremony, I was literally just sitting there like this, massaging my phone. Being careful not to get my skin looking like a White Walker. Or the dress. It's more so just for this background. See that carpet? Why do all hotels, no matter how fancy it is, have ugly carpets? Like, I'm sorry, but I can't cope with it. I think it's the same with the bus situation. Do you know buses all have shitty patterns on it because it's distracting you from the dirt? Maybe that's the same with hotels, is it? Oh my god, am I exposing people? Should I be a drama channel? I swear, editing just makes me go from hating a photograph to me actually liking it. Wow. So now that the background is all white, and it kind of just makes most of the focus on the center of the image and what's really going on, which is my badass outfit. Next time what I do is I go into details. So details are super important, I feel like, for photographs, especially with this what I'm wearing. So we're gonna run this all over this dress, all the sparkles, make them super sparkly. My jewelry, oh, get that pop in. My tattoo, actually this really makes it kind of like stand out so you can actually see it. Like, I like to drag it down where I have glow on my legs. Woo! She's a woman. And put it on the ditties. Get it on the tatas. Do you look it? Excuse me. I don't need a boob job. I have details. Just makes them stand out, okay? You're just highlighting what is there. I'm all about it. I'm going to show you how you can get rid of things in the background if you like as well. So this is how you can do it. Say this here little elevator thing. Don't like you. Don't want you in my photograph. You're bad news. What we're going to do is go into patch. Now this only really works whenever you have a kind of clean background like this. The fact that the wall's white. We're going to patch. We're going to make a big ball. Just, you see? Do you see what we did there? What can I say? And yeah, that's basically it. I mean, like this, see this little road situation? I 100% could edit that out, but I don't care about it. So we're going to leave it there. We all have roads. Embrace them, people, please. Just on that topic, actually, I know people get really upset and annoyed when they see someone editing their body and stuff, and I can completely understand why, especially if it's promoting something that's supposed to make you like skinnier or stuff like that, and they're editing their body. In that sense, I can understand, but I can also see it from the other side. If someone is editing their body, they're not editing it to be like, I'm gonna fool everyone, I'm perfect. They're editing it because it's something they're really, really insecure of. Like, clearly in their head it's something they don't like about themselves, or something that they've been bullied over or had harsh comments over, and they're not okay with it, and changing it makes them feel a little bit better. You see, that's what I mean by there's two sides to everything. That's the way I look at it. So I don't have like a real negative, like if I see someone editing their photograph, I don't think, oh, they're a bitch, they're trying to be perfect and fool all of us. I think, wow, I feel bad for them. Like, they obviously have issues and insecurities, and it's like, I don't know. I'm not saying I agree with it. Obviously everyone should feel beautiful and perfect in their own bodies, but that's not the world we live in, is it? Especially not when there's hundreds of people ready to give their opinions and comment them online. And I know what people are gonna say, don't put yourself online if you can't handle it. That's bullshit. I've said it before, I don't care. You're protecting the bully by saying that. Alright, instead of telling me or anyone online to put up with it, how about you tell the bully to stop? Hello? Again, put it into Filterloop, and I literally just do the exact same things. With outfit photographs, I feel like I could put a little bit more of a filter on it, just because I feel like filters can kind of mess up your makeup, but for this kind of stuff it's alright. Filterloop has some really cool like light leaks as well, so if you want to add any cool light leaks you can. I didn't do it in the original photograph, but you can do it if you want. If you want to add something cool, I don't know. There's something that barely made a difference, but sure, listen. I don't make the rules. These apps are so cool and have got so many more amazing things you can do with them. I just don't really do them. I'm sure you could do unbelievable things if you wanted. Again, straight into Instagram. Kind of do the same thing, which is every photograph. I feel like when you find your little niche, you kind of stick to it, and boom. So here we have the before and after of the makeup picture. So as you can see, it's just a hell of a lot brighter. It just looks a lot cleaner, a lot sleeker, just better, more polished. I haven't added on makeup. I haven't done anything bad. Essentially, literally all I've done is made everything kind of pop. And here we have the outfit photographs. Again, nothing really changed, only the background, a little bit of details here and there, just making the photograph more polished, more Instagrammable, if you will. And that there is the finished video for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed and learned some cool little tips and tricks. There are a few more other things that I do. Obviously when I do more like creative looks where I'm incorporating like a special effect into the makeup look. But for today, this is what I've brought you. I really hope that you enjoyed. To be honest, I think the most important thing you're going to take from this is the apps that I actually use. I already said this, but it would stand you a lot more maybe if you had a proper play around with the apps that I showed you and a way that you like your photographs to look, because that's what's going to make you stand out. I'm just simply putting the apps in front of you that I think are really great. I'll be sure to leave them all down below as well, just in case you couldn't understand me. Learn something new and realize that just because someone else their photographs does not mean that they're changing who they are as a whole. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to give this a big thumbs up. Don't be rude, and subscribe. Don't be rude. And I'm sure I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. I hear I just spotted you. Well, it's all over my lip anyway.